Alright, there we go. Now it's all set up the way I was hoping to. Back in the day, I recorded all of my YouTube footage on here. It's with a private setting. So that's why it said DS1. This is where I was recording my Dark Souls 1 footage back in the day. Yo, what's going on, guys? Just gonna get this all set up here. Hey there, everybody. Alright, so tonight we are going to be playing some Longest Night and Lost Constellation. I am really excited to play both these great supplemental games. If I were ever to make a supplemental game, or if I were ever to make a video game, I would definitely want to make a supplemental game first. I guess before I get started, can everybody hear me good? Is the microphone working right? Awesome. Excellent. Very cool. Yeah, I have a new microphone set up since the last time we did one of these, which was working like a dream. That's what I like to hear. Since the last time we did one of these, I got a new microphone and figured it would work a lot better for something like this. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's play Longest Night on the longest night of the year. I love this opening here. Just like I was saying earlier, I think that if you're going to make a game, if you're an indie developer, I think it's really important to just get something out there. Just make something, put it out there and see what people think of it. And just kind of go from there. All right, let's get started. Just make something, see what people think, and go from there. Just love seeing this early banter from the crew. This had to be really helpful for them as they were just really trying to feel out the personalities of these characters. And you can tell that the personalities are a little bit different once we get into the full game. They changed some of their ideas of what they wanted the characters to be like, but still think it's really cool that you kind of get to see the early versions of these characters. Happy Longest Night to you as well. There's Angus stepping up with the constellations. Listen up, dummies, we're going to school. Space school. Alright. Here we go with the constellations. Match up some constellations here. Yeah, Space School definitely sounds more like a Mayline. I think they were probably still figuring out what they wanted to do with B's personality. I feel like I'm definitely... There we go. Corvin the Thief. Stole the diamond from the crown of Rubello, the fire-breathing pope. Got arrowed to death like 200 feet from the palace. Youch. Screw the man, steal the diamonds. Alright, so for those of you who have been to my other sessions, I will soon be doing a series on all of the constellations. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to break down some of the mythology behind them. I'm going to talk about some of the symbolism involved in them, and I'm also going to compare them to some real world constellations and mythological figures. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I think this next one is actually going to be Saint Rubello himself. Thank you, Tin. It's been pretty good. Today is actually my first day of winter break, so it's been really nice kicking back, just relaxing. Spent some time with the family earlier today. We'll spend a lot of time with the family over the next couple of days. My two girls are very, very excited for Christmas. But yeah, here we got Rubello, Pope sometime in the 1400s, crazy times. Two rival popes. Rubello won by opening his mouth and consuming them with fire. And then he ate them. It's pretty metal. It's all good, Mello. Welcome. This whole Saint Rubello thing sounds like something that would happen in Trench Crusade. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. It's a new Kickstarter from people who made Warhammer 40,000 and some of the people involved in the creation of Warhammer 40,000 and Diablo. But fire-breathing popes sound like something they do. And there were a lot of cases where there were rival popes, so that'll be something I'll be talking about in the Saint Rubello video. Yeah, there's definitely... Hey, Anthony! There's definitely a lot of humor from B here that doesn't really cross over into the main game. I think you could... I think the most logical explanation for that is probably that... probably just that they were still figuring out her personality. But I think that if you wanted kind of like one of those... like Dark Souls style, like let's just make up an explanation that makes sense with what we have available to us, I think you could also say that because this is a dream that May is having, she's remembering B as she remembers her, where she probably was a more positive person back in the day when they were in middle school before she had a lot of stuff go down. And yeah, it's really a shame we won't be getting any more games from Scott, though I did watch... I think it was back in the summer, I did watch him, he was, hey Zell, he was in a live stream, with somebody who was playing, it was some investigation game that was taking place in Eastern Europe. I don't remember what the name of the game was, but it was pretty cool, and he did say that he sounds like he's doing pretty well. So hopefully his health is at least good. Yeah, Revenant Hill is unfortunately totally scrapped. It's, at some point they said they might share some of what they were working on, but unfortunately because of how closely involved Scott was in the project, and with how closely involved his wife Bethany was in the project, and because it was a what's the name? It's a it was a workers collective. You know, they were working together. They didn't have a boss or anything like that. It was just a group of people working together. They just weren't really able to keep going. Glorious Society. A workers cooperative, that's what I was looking for, the term I was looking for, which is a really cool idea. I'd love to be working in part of a workers cooperative, but just without the two of them, a co-op, yeah. Without the two of them, it just isn't something that's going to be able to happen, unfortunately. And it's really a shame. But it looks like most of the other developers have landed on their feet, and hopefully at some point we'll find out more of what they were planning on. But, you know, we'll see. All the best to Scott, though. That's the most important thing. Hopefully he gets healthy. Yeah, I will eventually play some parts of the main game via live stream. I kind of have an idea of doing like a, you know, like a slow walk of the game where I kind of break down different things as I'm going through it. But that'll be a little bit down the road here. Let's get going with this constellation here. I don't remember what this constellation is called. Harmonium, the head of the singing orders of angels. Ironic that B doesn't like it, considering it's an alligator. And hey, there you go, yeah. Of course she said it looked like her. Crouching hard. Hey, Kyle, it's all good. I'm glad you were able to make this. It's really funny to say, I almost missed the May premiere myself. I was really sick that day. I was not sure if I was going to be able to get out of bed. I only get sick like one time a year, but man, I was rocked that day. But I managed to get enough sleep and make it in. I really wanted to do that premiere. It was so much fun for all you guys who did get to be there. And it was a really nice way to cap off that big series. But here we go with my favorite constellation. One that appeared in the trailer for Revenant Hill, actually. That's the wrong one. There we go. Mundi, the world fish. Back then, they thought whales were fish. Did you know that the world was on one? Mundi is my sign, or May sign. Definitely fits for May. Whale noises. Tolmatron. It rings at the end of the world. And Mundi shakes everything off her back. And I think it all catches fire too. As I remember in the segment in the game where Angus is talking about the constellations, that is a big, Tolmatron is a big symbol for progressive rock bands, which I always thought was a funny detail that they mentioned. I would listen to some Night in the Woods progressive rock. A fish. Just a fish. Night in the Woods Dream Theater, yeah. I've been to see Dream Theater a few times. I'm very excited that they have Mike Portnoy back with them. All right. Next one. Try this. Now what part am I missing here? Nope, not that. It's not that. That? There we go. Inventorus, the inventor of music. Sleepy May. Alright. Quinona, executed by some king somewhere. Her head continued to speak against her murderer for years. Reference to real life Italy there. Happy longest night, everyone. Talking about somebody who got their head cut off and thrown into a river. Lucio. Had to spear him to the ground to keep him down. Marmanides, the Little King. He was, a king who was little. A short king. He wears small shoes. Alright, looks like I got 2 more constellations to go here. Oh, and here's a big one. Ibon, the first singer. Ever see the opera based on this? Oh yeah, there's an opera based on this, she mentions. I think she says, yeah, let's see this so we can get some more info about it. 21-hour opera. That's long opera. Yeah, I have a hard time seeing B being into opera as well. So, yeah, let's talk about Eibon a little bit, and then let's go back into a couple of comments, because we got some good ones, some good questions I wanted to go through. So, Eibon, I am pretty sure, is supposed to be the Black Goat, or if Eibon is not the Black Goat, then I think that Eibon has inspired the Black Goat, or has kind of taken on its identity. Maybe the people who discovered the Black Goat just decided to associate the two, but there's some connection in there. I think that I think the most likely case is that Eibon is the Black Goat, though, because of the mention of how the Black Goat sings and how Eibon sings. I did a whole breakdown of this in both my videos about the Black Goat and my video about the hidden history of Possum Springs, and I am working on a big video about the cult that's going to break down all my theories, coming up pretty soon. Really excited to get to work on that one. A Night in the Woods Iceberg video would be interesting to do. I'd have to watch some videos in that style to know how to do one. I actually haven't watched a video that's been done in that style, but I am part of other fandoms that do things like that. Big Game of Thrones guy, big Dragon Age guy, and I know those fandoms definitely have Iceberg videos. I'll have to take a look at them and see if it's something I could probably end up doing. Let's take a look at some other comments. See. Seth has a great question about if there are saints and popes in this world of animal people, how close is their version of Catholicism to our Earth Catholicism? Not quite sure. I am doing a video on the religion of Night in the Woods at some point, at least based on what we can figure out about it. I do see a lot of kind of Eastern Catholic influences in the Church of the First Coalescence. That's going to be something I'm going to explore a little bit more. Is there a furry Jesus? I have no clue. And Tian had asked, what character of Night in the Woods do I feel like relates to me the most? That's tough to say. I probably think that I would probably say I feel like I relate to Germ the most. Germ just has kind of those very down-to-earth vibes that I feel like I can relate to a lot. But then there are other moments, particularly with her backstory about going to college and then leaving college, that I can really relate to with May, because I came very close to leaving college around the same time. Around the same time, I came very close to leaving college as May did. But Germ is my favorite and the one I relate to the most. I kind of, back when I was in Pittsburgh, I spent a lot of time in punk rock bands, and I knew a lot of people like Germ, and I just very much vibe with them. Favorite constellation so far would probably be either Rubello or Eibon. I love the story behind Rubello. I love Eibon as well, just for the connection to the main game. Stories behind both of them are really cool. I will be playing Lost Constellation. I will be firing up Lost Constellation right after this. Let's take a look at this one here. These mice characters, I believe. The Mice Writers, inventors of written language. Only so much sky, can only depict so many of them. Oh, May. I'm currently playing on my PS5. And this snake. The broken snake. The first thing that talked. I'm sure it takes inspiration from Russian and Polish fairy tales. Probably the Polish fairy tales in particular. One thing about Pittsburgh, the area where Night in the Woods is based, I mean, it's not perfectly in Pittsburgh, but it's the closest major city to it, is that Pittsburgh is a very strong Polish community. And it's really something you see in a lot of its culture. Pierogies are just huge out there. And there's a lot of other Polish festivals and things of that nature. So I wouldn't be surprised if that has something to do with it, because they did draw from a lot of the culture and backstory of that area when they made the game. Sent out to adult church to sit with your parents. And there we go, there's all the constellations. Love May's story about Sunday school as well. I was also a Sunday school kid. My mom taught Sunday school. My big story from Sunday school is that somebody stole my holographic first edition Charizard card at Sunday school. Still miss that thing. Probably be worth, I don't know, a couple hundred today or something. Yeah, it was awful. I'm pretty sure I know the kid who took it too. And you know what it's like when you explain something like that to your parents? Like, no, this card's really important. It's just, they just don't get it. Oh, man, what a tragedy. Yeah, I love some good Polish fairy tales. I mean, I'm a big Witcher fan. Here we go with some hints towards the difficult couple of years that Bea and May have had. Here we go with May's realization that she is, in fact, dreaming. Alright, so now that we've done Longest Night, we're going to fire up Lost Constellation. Really excited for this. I'm going to take some time to check some comments here real quick. Window fell out from the third story of church. That is wild. Alright, Lost Constellation. Again, I love these breakdowns here. Concept to completion the first 5 weeks of 2014. This is really a great way of exploring what they wanted to do. Sometimes you just got to get something done. And if you're into any creative endeavor, if you're somebody who makes music, if you're somebody who likes to write, whatever you like to do, you should do something in the same vein as this, just to get something started, get something out there, see what people think of it, and then you can kind of figure out what you want to do with that, what you want your big goals to be. I know for me, I'd love to publish a novel someday. I've written some short stories that have been published. I think it's a great way to just kind of get something out there. So let's dive into this game. Let's dive into Lost Constellation. Get some young May here. Happy longest night on the run. Not a dumb one like Charity Bearity. Ghost Story. Classic May. Looking for all the gruesome stuff. Alright, here we go. Adina Astra time. I love this snowball mechanic. So cool. Such a cool little thing there. Yeah, the music theme for this just really, really hits. It's just got such a cool... it's so reminiscent of the Night in the Woods music from the main game, but it's just got this different, unique fantasy feel about it, and at the same time, it's just got a really cool kind of epic vibe. It's great. Alright, let's continue into the forest. Got a cat up here. Yeah, it kind of is an ass cat with the way that it with the way that it talks. Always been called Longest Night. Alright. Mysterious and spooky forest. Hey, aliens. Father Patience forget not God. I love the names in this. It's going good, aliens. Sure, let's pray. Gotta go get knowledge of the forest god. Dude selling coffins. It's a good omen, I'm sure. Yes, definitely, Adina. Definitely. Got an arm buried in the snow. Bit of a callback. Well, foreshadowing, I guess you could say. Not gonna pray yet. We need knowledge. Alright, now's, I believe, when we need to go this way. Good night, Mello. Oh, no, I remember what we need to do now. Gonna build ourselves a snowman. My daughters would be losing their minds over this if they saw this right now. I'm probably going to have to grab them at some point later this week and just get to this point and let them go crazy over this. They would love it. Yes, definitely another great piece of music. Give this one 2 noses. Let's do this. Do some rock eyes. Turnip eyes? Yeah, let's do turnip eyes. One big turnip eye. Some eyebrows going on here. This one right there. Alright. Give him a little vest. Oops. Not what I wanted to do there. Demonic Frosty, yeah. It's like evil possessed Olaf. The start of the Jack Frost horror movie. Yeah, really. Kill it and make a better one. Yeah, he's just shapes. Still have a cough, unfortunately, but other than that, feeling much better. The existential exploration of being a snowman. It's like Mass Effect with the Geth, almost. Alright, this is the key. Let's add some other stuff, though. Now let's move these down here. Let's put the turnip there. In their wings, in their trees. That part of that opening poem from Night in the Woods. All things die, be at peace. Cease all care, they are coming. God of the forest, carry us. Alright, so now we gotta go back, we gotta say the poem. It's the cat! You ate, Father Patience, forget not God! You're wearing his little hat! Oh, cats. Mischievous cats. Oh. Such a sweet thing to say, and ironic given that she does get to see his ghost in Night in the Woods. Yeah, foreshadowing indeed. Yeah, definitely can't see May being a parent. Two big woolly barn cats, and an old hound dog. Forgot you could do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure May's grandfather is like, "What are you doing?" Poor May's grandfather. Yeah, I think there is something. Let's keep doing that. This is why I read you Charity Bearity. It's gonna be another line, or... Charity Bearity learns to charity. Alright, let's get these snowmen going. Oh, there's more? Alright, let's keep doing that then. Jump! Jump, jump, jump. In the town of Carity, there lived a little bear named Charity Bearity. Woo! Charity Bearity never liked to share her toys. Might as well jump! She wouldn't share them with the girls. She wouldn't share them with the boys. We're just getting the full backstory on Charity Bearity here. She jumped because she hates Charity Bearity. Gonna skip ahead a few pages. No, she cried. I like not sharing just fine. To force me to share is to say they're not mine. The banter is just great. And that's how Charity Bearity learned to share. Itty. Ugh. May's grandfather's just having it with her. This can't even be fun anymore. Aren't you getting tired? Alright, let's get this all built up. Yeah, you really get to see her personality by doing that. That's really cool. Oh, there's a... Oh, he puts up a barricade. Alright, I want to see the barricade. Alright, jumping. Then she jumped. No, she didn't. She never jumped. Do you want to hear this story or not? I promise you'll like it. Yeah, there's a barricade there. It's amazing. Oh, this feels like trying to... Poor May's grandpa. Feels like trying to tell my kids stories on vacation sometimes. Yeah, you gotta sift through the interruptions. It's actually her grandpa. Grandpa was more the storyteller. Alright, yeah, this is like a teleporter, basically. Alright. Need to find something to put on his face. Can we bring the same thing? Oh, yeah, she's sliding around. Yeah, I love that he starts reading Charity Bearity. Our original snowman. Nothing from him. Okay, still need something for the... I think we can talk to... If we hit that, can't we talk to Godtender Brown right now? Or do we have to wait? We probably have to wait. Yeah. Back to the woods. I think this is the part where we need to go east. You know, at some point we know... Yeah, I think it's either you gotta find more objects in the stone. I know there's some point where you have to go back and you have to talk to the... like, there's like a king-looking guy. No, this looking he's down here. Yeah, I think we just have to keep going through this now. Alright, let's keep looking here. Got our original snowman. Yeah, it's been a little while since I played it as well. It's been about 2 years. Fun game, though. Lock in the tree. Oops. I think I'm gonna have to keep going through the loop here. I think I went too far. Gotta keep an eye up on the trees. Ah! A beer bottle. Something. Beer is the answer to everything. Yeah, I'll definitely be having a beer myself later tonight. After a long couple of weeks of teaching middle schoolers who could not wait to get on to break, you bet I need a beer. Ah, yeah, there we go. Terrible aim here. There we go. It's no profession, it's a lot of fun. I teach some great students. There we go. Alright, now we should have everything we need. Yes, it's tough being a teacher right now. Fortunately, I have a really good union at the teaching or at the school I work at, and we just got a really nice new contract, so that's made things a lot better. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Actually, we very much reminded me a lot of Night in the Woods because we really stood up as a union to get what we wanted. We had this situation where the school district was really not working with us, and we kind of stood up to them, and the organizing worked. I was really impressed. It got stuff done. Organizing works, folks. So that's made things a lot better, and the students I work with are great too. I actually got a couple gifts from students that I haven't even opened yet. I gotta get in my backpack and go ahead and do that. Alright. Let's go ahead and use these items to speak to these ghosts in the snow, these ghosts in the snowmen. Snowmen ghosts. Alright, well, we're obviously going to use the beer bottle. Beer bottle eyes. Just one giant beer bottle for an eye. Do whatever dead people do. Alright, now for this one. Let's definitely use that trumpet. As a musician myself, all for the trumpet. Can we put multiple of them on here? Yeah, we can. Oops. Or not, we can. Stick the trumpet up here. Make one of his eyes a trumpet. I have not made a official video about Longest Night, but I will be making I will actually be dropping a video about Longest Night on Friday of next week. Is my plan to drop a Longest Night video just about like the way the holiday works in general. I don't even know what I'm doing with this guy at this point. Just gonna add a little bit here. Yeah, breaking down how the holiday works. Didn't have time to put it together this week, so I figured I'd punt it to next week, right during the holiday. So there'll be a premiere next week for that. It'll be a pretty short video, though. Probably, the script is, I think, like a page and a half, which is really short for me. Honk once for yes, honk twice for no. I first played Night in the Woods in 2017, so I first played it in the year that it came out, and it's interesting because, you know, I saw it was a different game then, and they changed certain things with the Weird Autumn edition. There were things in the Weird Autumn edition that are not in the full version of the game. There we go. Yeah, for the Weird Autumn, Longest Night is attached to it in the extras section. Some wisdom from the beer-drinking snowman here. Yeah, Astral Alley is my favorite song in the whole game. It's a great tune. The library scene's really cool too. For me, my wife and I watched the trailer and we just thought it was really super cool. It's a trailer that apparently is kind of like lost media. Might be something I'll have to track down. But within the first couple of days of playing the game, we got pretty hooked. Ice Bridge. Cross onto the Holy Mountain. God Tender Brown. A hunter. Ah, here we go, these guys. What did you say are going to happen? An arm? An arm of a dead criminal. More foreshadowing. Though I certainly don't think that the arm from the opening of Night in the Woods is the arm of a criminal. Alright, so we have to light the arm of a criminal on fire. Hey, Caitlin. Yeah, I definitely think the Hunter has some Baba Yaga vibes going on. Now we just gotta light it on fire. Yeah, I love the mythology in Night in the Woods, so these two games, Longest Night, Lost Constellation, are all really cool for me. I need to borrow your stove! There's something very ironic about the guy who sells coffins being really disturbed when somebody shows up with a severed arm. Just casually walking around. Yeah, also sitting in a coffin. Like he's the Undertaker or something. May's like, alright, now you got my attention. There's a severed arm. Sign me up. That's very cool, Caitlin. I run D&D campaigns myself. I do work in Night in the Woods references where I can. It's not always easy to work them in, but I definitely work them in where I can. Alright, we're in the Hunter's Lair. Dangerous enemy of the forest. Love me some D&D. Just ran a session last night, actually. That does sound really cool. I like the name, Rust Ridge.